Welcome to Capital Currents, where the flow of business news and market trends keeps you ahead of the tide. I'm your watchdog, and today is Friday, August 15th. In today's episode, I'll tell you about the latest news coming from the NBA. Then, Amazon's entry into the grocery delivery space. I got a great show for you today. Let's go. The markets barely moved yesterday. Nasdaq and S&P added like 0.01% to end the day. They were just doing cardio out there. But the big story yesterday was crypto, especially Ethereum, which shot up over $4,700 for the first time in 4 years. And it's really close to hitting all-time highs again, which was set back in 2021. And then I gotta give you an update on the bullish IPO. Just like I predicted, the crypto exchange saw its stock pop on the first day of trading. They IPO'd at $37 a share, and it jumped to $118 at one point, ultimately finishing the day at $68, which was an 83% gain on its first day of trading. So crypto and IPOs are still hot right now. Now, speaking of hot, we got the PPI inflation report yesterday morning, and this one measures inflation of wholesale prices, and it came in way hotter than expected. Wholesale prices in July rose by 0.9%. This was a bit of a shocker because economists were only expecting a 0.2% increase month over month. And this could be the first sign that tariffs are starting to have an impact on prices. The PPI report doesn't get as much attention as the CPI report, but economists pay close attention to this one because it measures prices that businesses are paying for goods and services. And if businesses are starting to pay more for products and services, then that could eventually be passed down to consumers. Let's run through some headlines, starting with the NBA. Another NBA team just got sold. This time it was the Portland Trail Blazers. They were just bought for $4.2 billion by Tom Dundon. Tom Dundon has a pretty stacked sports investment portfolio. He owns the Carolina Hurricanes, which is an NHL hockey team. He also was an early investor in Topgolf, and he owns pickleball.com. And with the way that pickleball is growing, that website might be worth more than $4 billion today. Now, his track record as a sports owner also seems to be pretty good. The Carolina Hurricanes NHL team tends to make the playoffs pretty much every year, so the Blazers are getting a pretty good owner here. The Blazers were currently owned by the estate of Microsoft's co-founder Paul Allen. Paul Allen bought the team back in 1988 for $70 million, which is worth around $200 million today. Now, Paul Allen passed away back in 2018, so his sister Jody Allen has been running the team ever since, and now the team just got sold. You know, something that I've noticed is that we've seen a lot of deals in pro sports recently, especially in the NBA. I mean, the Celtics just got sold for $6 billion earlier this year, the Lakers sold for over $10 billion, and now the Blazers. It makes me wonder if there might be a sports team valuation bubble right now. Actually, I think I know the real answer why teams are being sold. It's because this business has grown to be more than just sports. It's now a real estate portfolio, with teams needing to rebuild stadiums, build shopping complexes, restaurants and bars, and public spaces to hang out. So if you want to be profitable, it's more than just about sports now, and I think some of the purists might be booking profits and checking out. And on top of that, with the new NBA streaming rights deal finalized at $75 billion for 11 years, the evaluations have skyrocketed. And that doesn't allow the owners to be liquid enough for other ventures. Let's shift gears and talk about Amazon. Amazon is planning to roll out same-day delivery of fresh food to more than 1,000 US cities, and they plan to expand to 2,300 cities by the end of the year. So pretty soon, Amazon will be delivering meats and seafood, dairy, fruits, baked goods, basically everything that you need dropped off at your door in just a matter of hours. The grocery delivery will be free for Prime members on orders over $25, or you'll have to pay a $3 service fee if you're under that minimum. Amazon said that they have been testing this experience in places like Phoenix and Orlando, and shoppers really like it. And investors have already taken notice, stating that Amazon entering the space could do some real damage to other existing grocery delivery companies like Instacart. Instacart stock dropped 11% after this news, and shares of DoorDash, Kroger, and Albertsons were also down. I mean, I'm kind of surprised it took Amazon this long to do grocery deliveries. I mean, people were already using Amazon to order groceries. In fact, according to Amazon, over 150 million Americans buy household essentials on Amazon, racking up $100 billion in sales last year. And this doesn't include Whole Foods or Amazon Fresh. So now that Amazon is going to be offering same-day delivery of like eggs, milk, and fruit, that's going to be a game changer to this industry. That's all the business headlines I have for you. Let's take a look at some stocks making moves. Shares of the burger joint Red Robin are up this morning after a better than expected Q2 earnings report. Red Robin has been struggling recently, but they're trying to turn things around. Comparable restaurant revenue was down 3.2%, and guest traffic fell by 5.5%. Those are not great numbers, but I guess Wall Street is just happy that things aren't worse. On the flip side, a stock not doing so hot this morning is Tapestry. It's the parent company of Coach and Kate Spade. They're seeing their stock drop this morning despite beating on both earnings and revenue for the quarter, thanks to a 13% growth in the sales of Coach. The decline in the stock price is likely because of the warning the company issued about tariffs. Their guidance came in weaker than expected, and their CFO said that tariffs will cost them an extra $160 million for this fiscal year. Coach has been one of their hottest fashion brands lately due to the popularity of their bags, and it's helping make up for the weakness in the Kate Spade brand, which saw its sales drop by 13% in Q2. The stock was on a heater this year, up more than 70% heading into earnings, but it's down more than 15% today. That's all for today's show. Keep navigating those waters and see you tomorrow.